Now, in this poem, the speaker complains that he does not yet have all of his beloved's love, despite using all of his resources to woo her. He also wants her to keep some of her love for him in reserve, so that they can enjoy a constantly growing relationship. Yet he is concerned that she should not leave some love for others, nor should she leave herself open to wooing by others later. The subject of the poem, at least on the surface, is the poet addressing his beloved. But it is important to remember that Donne, a metaphysical poet, often includes a deeper meaning in his discussions on love. Now, the poem starts with the lines, "If yet I have not all thy love, dear, I shall never have it all. I cannot breathe one other sigh to move." Now, if here is interesting and it's important. As we know, if clauses are used to speculate about what could happen, what might have happened, and what we wish would happen. The repetition here makes the speaker seem anxious and somewhat uncertain. The poem starts then on a note of uncertainty. And this is shown in the use of the conjunction. Now, what we see after that is the speaker seems seized by a sense of melancholy, and he's also quite melodramatic. This sense of melancholy is seen in the line, "I cannot breathe one other sigh to move." He's saying that if he cannot have all of her love, then he cannot even breathe. And as I mentioned, this is somewhat melodramatic, and the speaker is quite melancholic as well. He's being over-dramatic in a way, and saying that if he cannot have all of her love, then he cannot even continue to exist. He cannot breathe. He cannot even sigh one more time. Now, the tone then produced here is one of dejectedness. The speaker is lamenting his inability to secure all of his beloved's love. So the tone here then is one of the poet feels dejected. The poem then continues, "Nor can entreat one other tear to fall, and all my treasure which should purchase thee, sighs, tears, and oaths, and letters, I have spent, yet no more can be due of me than at the bargain made was meant." Now, it's interesting that we have a lot of vocabulary here to do with, I suppose you can say it's mercantile vocabulary. We have the word treasure. We also have the word purchase and the word bargain. Now, these are all words to do with trade. And you could also say the word due as well. These words are all concerned with wealth and trade. It seems that the speaker is viewing love as a commodity to be bought and sold. Of course, this is a somewhat misguided view on love, and this is perhaps why he feels that he does not have all of her love. So the vocabulary here is associated with trade. And the speaker views love as a commodity. So here you could say that the speaker is concerned that he's only owed the amount of love his lover felt and declared at the time. So it says, if then thy gift of love were partial, that some to me, some should to others fall, dear, I shall never have thee at all. Now these lines show that the speaker believes that if he cannot acquire all of his lover's love, then the remainder will be available to others. And he feels insecure about this. He does not feel comfortable about this at all. He wants to have all of her love. The key word here is, of course, the word all. And this is what, of course, the speaker is worried and concerned about. If he cannot have all of his lover's love, then the remainder of the love that he has not received will be available to others, and because he feels insecure, he feels that she may give it, or it may be taken. The poet then says, or if then thou gavest me all was but all which thou hadst then, but if in thy heart, since there be or shall new love created be by other men. And we'll perhaps stop there. The speaker reasons that even if his lover had given all the love she had at the time that she declared it, new love might be created by rival suitors. So this is what, or other men rather, this is what he's afraid of. He's afraid of new love being created by other men. And so who are then these other men? Well, the poet continues, these other men which have their stocks in tire and can in tears, in sighs, in oaths and letters outbid me. This new love may beget new fears, for this love was not vowed by thee. So the speaker can never be satisfied by thinking of love as a commercial transaction, as there will always be other bidders with greater capital in terms of tears, sighs, oaths and letters. He already had given his entire stock to her. So again we have this mercantile vocabulary, we have the word outbid. Of course, for those of us who spend time buying things online will be familiar with this word. And this is the word which is to do with trade and commodities and commercial transactions. And he feels that because he views love in this way, he feels that the, I suppose you could say, currency of love are such things as oaths, sighs and letters. This is the currency of love he feels he's already ran out of. He's already given her all of these things. And he feels he may be outbid by other men who may have new letters, new sighs and oaths in their correspondence with her. And this is of course what he fears. He fears he may be outbid in this warped view of love being purely on transactional terms. The speaker sees this new love as created by or meant for other men, as it was produced after the point in time his lover declared her love for him. It is, in his mind, surplus and available to others. And this is of course what he's worried about. He's worried that he's run out of his currency of love, but other men may come with fresh currencies. The poet says, "And yet it was, thy gift being general, the ground, thy heart, is mine. Whatever shall grow there, dear, I should have it all." The speaker finds a novel comfort for his concern in switching metaphors. In owning her love is much more like owning a field than a certain amount of stock. Then he believes that he has a right to it all, and all the produce that comes from that field. So again, his view on love now is in terms of land, and he's saying that if the ground, that is her heart, is his, then everything that it produces, he should also have it all. So here you could say that love is viewed not love, rather her heart is viewed as a piece of land. He feels he should own everything it produces because he owns her heart. Again, we have this mercantile, trade-oriented view on love. And then the poem continues. The poet says, "Yet I would not have all yet. He that hath all can have no more. And since my love doth every day admit new growth, thou shouldst have new rewards in store." Now here, the speaker is confident that his love will continue to grow every day. If he already owns all her love at the outset, what does he gain in return? That's the question. If he has all the love that his lover has to offer, as soon as their love is declared, then there is no more love that she can give. And this is another worry. He's saying that, "Yet I would not have all yet, because he that hath all can have no more." He's worried that if he has taken everything from her, all the love that she can give, and what else is he to acquire? But yes, the speaker is confident that his love will continue to grow. The poet says, "And since my love doth every day admit new growth, thou shouldst have new rewards in store. Thou canst not every day give me thy heart. If thou canst give it, then thou never gavest it. Love's riddles are, that though thy heart depart, it stays at home, and thou with losing savest it." So here he's worried again that if she can give all of her love, then she didn't really give it. He's saying, "You cannot every day give me your heart." So again, now he's worried that the love she's given isn't really all of it. And if it is all of it, then she's perhaps kept some. She's perhaps not given him all the love that she has to offer. Again, it's feelings of anxiety, there's fear. And of course, this is about the infiniteness of love. That's what this poem is about. And he's worried that he's not taken all of her love, or if she's given it, then she's not given all of it. He says, "Love's riddles are that though thy heart depart, it stays at home, and thou with losing savest it. But we will have a way more liberal than changing hearts, to join them, so we shall be one, and one another's all. Now, this word liberal here is interesting. It's used in the sense of being free. Donne might be suggesting the spiritual and physical union of love, which happens through marriage. So this word liberal here relates to the sense of freedom. And it could relate to this concept of marriage and the union of marriage. And the poem ends with this note that, then changing hearts to join them, so we shall be one, and one another's all. Rather than considering love as an exchange or transaction, the speaker sees it as a joining together, a union. In the first stanza, all refers to his lover. In the second, the love that she produces. And in the final stanza, it holds the meaning of the couple being everything to each other. So again, this word all here now has a different meaning. And that is how the poem ends.